I want everyone to realize what he just said. The life categories that he chose are the foundation of his life. You see, we all do that. We don't realize that we do, but we each have a different foundation of these 12. In his case, he identified that health and career are the foundation. We each have these 12 categories of life. And so what Adrian did is he chose a foundation. He chose that his foundation today is health and career. Do these foundations change as you grow older and have different things? Like, for instance, Riyad, before he was a parent, he wouldn't have put parenting as one of the categories of life that actually mattered to him. If you aren't a parent, you probably will not put that category there, right? So I ask you, take a moment and write down what are the main categories of life that you want to focus on. And if you've already done that, then I want you to write down who's the person you need to become to reach that life vision. Who is the person you need to become? When you come here, this is your foundation for now. This is what you need to work. This is what you decide who you want to become. So now I ask you, who identified the values from last week? Who took the time to identify what their values were? Remember, I shared mine. Who took the time to be able to align their values with their life vision? So I had shared that one of mine was balance. Balance for me is very important. How do you balance all the different pieces of life? And the minute you start, for me, I started understanding that one of my values was balance. I started realizing what my life vision needed to, the ingredients of it, right? So my ingredients in my life vision, in my case, was balance. In my case, was fun. Things need to be fun and playful for me to enjoy the journey. If it wasn't, then I didn't want to be there. Like, I didn't want to have to do it. Commitment to making something happen. What are yours? Take a moment to write them down and understand that those are going to be what will align who you are with the vision that you want. I'll tell you guys a funny story. One of the reasons why I am going completely ballistic this time of year is the amount of homework or the tiredness of the homework with the kids. Why? Not because I don't believe their intellectual life is important, but it's because I believe in balance and I believe in fun. And my life vision is to have both of that with them, right? And at the end of the school year, God knows, the last thing that I'm getting is that. And I want it to be fun. Do I want him to sit down for 2 hours and do his work, her and him? These little people? Not really. Is it giving me fatigue? Fatigue, absolutely. Do I need to do what I need to do as a parent? Yes. But my life vision and my values is balance and fun. So when I don't have that, I have this emotional, I'm being imbalanced. I'm not aligned. I'm not where I need to be. I feel this knot. I'm moving away instead of moving towards. So who's got a little bit of clarity on not only what their values are, but who they want to become and how they're going to get there? You see, unfortunately, our minds work on, if I've never planned before, then I cannot plan. Because we base our systems or the way we think today and the way we are going to think tomorrow on what we believe, which is our past references. That's what our beliefs are, right? Our beliefs are our past references of ourselves. I can't believe I can do this because I've never done it before. And here we come back. So how do you envision becoming somebody you don't even know? And that's when the work comes in place. This is when, we spoke about this last week, you realize you're unconsciously incompetent in an area and you need to become consciously incompetent, which is the next level. You see, you want to be more disciplined? Guess what? I want to be more disciplined. What does that mean? I need to do all this work. Oh, shit. Okay, so how can we make the pain more pleasurable? Right? Because that's how you see it. You see this as painful. Becoming more disciplined is painful. How many of you say yes to that? How do you become someone that you don't know? What frames of reference do you use to become somebody you want to become? What are those frames? So the push-pull strategy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm here, I've got these 3 people I want to become, and these people I don't want to become. And every time you come in a situation, you say, do I want to move forward with this? Does this map out the person I envision to be? Or does this envision the person I don't want to be? So those are great frames of reference. If you ask yourself that question every time you're about to do something, you will achieve that 1% faster than you think. If you don't have that in your environment, right? You must or A, find it, or B, envision or program your mind. That's a better word. Program your mind in the direction that you want. So for instance, you want to become a better parent. Guess what? Maybe you should take some parenting classes. You watch one and then you just take 1 or 2 concepts and you implement them and see what happens. How does that change? So what's your action? What will you act on? Where will you go? Because it all comes down to action. We can blah, 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 blah till tomorrow morning. If anybody knows me in this room, and a couple of you do know me in this room, I'm all about the action. What are we going to do now? We're going to leave here and what are we going to do? After you've reached your exhaustedness, you turn around and you do 3 more push-ups. That 1%. That's the difference. So A, what areas of life will you focus on? Have you written those down? B, who you need to become to get there. What values do you have that will allow you to get there as well? Because you do have resources available to you. What we often do is forget about the resources that we have.